Well, just talk about, I mean, the designated player kind of revolved for the early part of the season, and now it seems like it's yours. Just talk about, are you comfortable in that role right now?
I mean, yeah, it's just the way that I see it is like as a designated player, like it's anybody else in the lineup. Like you get in there, you have a job to do, you do your job. And if I get in a situation and somebody's better fit for the situation, then they're gonna be put in. It's whoever's best fit for the situation. But if you get in there, like you gotta do your job. So that's basically what it's about. So that's why I'm comfortable. I just get in there, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, and that's what it is.
Since you've been in there, I mean, you've had a lot of success. Just your approach, is it the same as whenever it was revolving, you were getting chances here and there, and now it's yours, your approach is the same?
I mean, yeah, like I go in there and like I said before, like whatever, like if there's a runner on, I'm like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. I don't put extra pressure on myself because, okay, I've been starting, like that's unnecessary pressure. Why should I do that to myself? Like just trust what I've been doing. That's basically what I do.
Baseball and softball coaches always say the game rewards patient people. Coach Latif said that happened to you. How was that process, kind of waiting your turn, and now that you've gotten a lot of regular play, that it's been rewarding you?
I mean, it has. Like, I mean, the numbers show well and stuff, but it's not really about that for me. It's the winning and the being a part of the team and being able to contribute is what mostly rewards me. So.
Leandra, what were you thinking coming into this season? Like, do you have any idea? Do you think, man, it's going to happen this year? Were you just like put your head down and not worrying about it, or what were your expectations, or did you have a feeling that it was going to be a little different this year? What were you thinking?
I mean, when I came in, it was just mostly like trust the process, just trust whatever you're gonna do. You're gonna find a way to contribute no matter what your role is this year. I mean, if my role was a pinch runner or a base runner, that's fine. Like I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. If it's a DP, it's gonna be to the best of my ability. So I mean, you begin with the end in mind. Like you see the vision at the end. You see, okay, it's gonna be the World Series, so we have to start back here. And it's just basically backtracking. That's kind of how I saw it. I'm just gonna do everything I can to contribute any way I can.
From your vantage point this weekend, where you were getting called for that kind of being out of the box when you're hitting, from your vantage point, did you have to make an adjustment, or were the calls kind of off, or kind of what were you thinking when they were making those calls with PLO?
I had to make an adjustment. That's all I worked on Sunday. Basically, at practices, I'm going to go in, I'm going to fix my feet. I'm going to figure out a way to make it not so obvious if I'm out of the box or not. Like, I'm going to make it to where I'm on the line. So that's basically what I worked on. Like, I just didn't, like, I was angry because I'm better than that. I know I can be better than that. So that's basically what I worked on Sunday is I'm going to fix myself so that it's not a problem anymore.
What are you doing better at the plate?
Trusting the process and trusting myself and trusting the preparation and not putting extra pressure on myself, not saying I have to do something, just getting there and be like, okay, I'm going to do this, and just making it simple, not complicating things, because it doesn't need to be that way.
Are you hitting better in intra-squad scrimmages now too than you were last year? Is that part also, or is that all going hand in hand? Or?
Yes, it does. I mean, you play how you practice, and like in scrimmages and stuff, I'm doing a lot better in understanding the situations and knowing what I have to do, and then getting the job done with different pitches. So.
How have you seen the kind of temperament and the overall approach of this year's team compared to last year's team?
I mean, we're a completely different team, but that's every single year. I think this year, like, we started out saying, okay, we're going to the World Series, like, we're going to win the World Series. That was the first thing we came up with, is, like, believing in ourselves from the very beginning, not just what we want to go. We came out saying, we're going to win the World Series this year. And I think that's kind of, like, pushed us to be better every single day, like, to go out there, like, we know what we're working for, we know we have the ability to win. So I think it's not really different, because last year we knew we could do it. It's just, it's a little bit, we have a different team this year, and we have different ways to win instead of last year, like different people contributing, different things like that.
Coming off a season when you did go to the World Series, maybe comparing how you prepare for a season, when you have that kind of on your back that just sort of happened, how has that changed the team's preparation maybe to get ready for this year? And you've obviously had the results. How do you keep it going day to day when you're still thinking about the ultimate goal?
I think we just think every day, like, okay, like you come in, you say, okay, I want to win the World Series this year, but we're not thinking about the games of the World Series at that moment. Like, we're thinking about how can I get better today? How can I get better today? And then we play a team. Like, we go in as a team, like, to a series as a super region. We're like, okay, this is a super region. We have to come out of this winning or we're going home. So it's like we're preparing ourselves every single game for the World Series, so when we're there, it's like we've done it a million times.